Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here for another I Saw It in Art Journaling magazine. I know this is an older one of these magazines, but I really like this one. It really has some fun things in it, so that's what we're going to play with today because I got an idea. So, this one is January, February, March from 2024. It is volume 16, issue 1. And the one we're going to be working on is this. And I think I might have done something from these before, but I can't remember. So I haven't gotten my new ones yet, or my new magazine yet, so I don't know. But anyway, it's Words to Live By, and it's by Michele Kosciolek. I don't know, and I apologize. Some names I don't know. So anyways, it starts on page 28, but we are going to look at this one on page 30. I like how she has used the sewing tissue. You guys know that I love that. And they're just kind of fun because it's sort of all randomness and stitching and strings and whatever. But I also like how it's two hooked together, so hinged, so that you can use it in a journal as a flip open type page. So that is what we're using for our inspiration today. Mine is going to look different than hers because, I don't have the same things. I'm a different person, all those things. So what we're going to do, because I have loads of these, they're glue pages from making journals. So we're going to make one out of that, and I do have some sewing tissue because I always have loads of that too. And then we're just going to play around and do whatever we feel like. So I'm going to hinge these together like this. You can see that one of these book pages is larger than another. This one has ink on it already. That'll get covered, but still. So I'll hinge these together. I like these. I like the sizes of them. I think that they'll fit well together. Let me just, for the sake of telling you so that I told you. This book page folded, it's obviously already folded, is 4.5 inches roughly by almost 6, 4.5 by 6. This one's 4.5, I'm pretty sure already. Yeah, a little over, but 4.5 by 7.25. So that is the sizes. So we're just gonna play around and see what we come up with. How is everybody today? I hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm well. I have no idea what she put on the front of hers. So I might do to the front what I was gonna do right here. And then we'll have this as a writing page and this just with a pocket on it. So I think that's what I'll do. So this will sort of be like her first page there. So I'm going to cover it with tissue. I think I'm going to use a little bit more plain one simply because I have other things I want to put on there. So this is the shiny side. This is the more matte side. So I want it something like that, I think. And I am going to use some Tim Holtz tissue paper as well because I liked how she did some stenciling, but I don't have that type of stencil like she used. So I'm going to use some Tim Holtz tissue and it'll work just fine. And I'll just trim wherever it's hanging over because I'd rather it hang over than be too small. I need to say hugs and blessings to Sandy, Jenna, Tracy, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Journal Breeze YouTube. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing. How bad is that? It's more of a distance problem. It was a little too far away. And yes, my writing also is semi-atrocious, so. It's a hot one here today. I have my fan. You can probably hear it because I'm going to roast otherwise. Been busy. We went to like a retirement thing for my husband yesterday it was just an event. I don't even know. I'm just like, I'll go wherever you need me to go. So that is what we did yesterday afternoon. yeah, we had a good day. I mostly worked all day and then we went and did that. The good part was they fed us there, so I didn't have to cook dinner last night, so that was winning. Winning, winning. Anybody else just gets so sick of cooking dinner? Literally, like, my daughter and I were even talking about it because I was in the grocery store today and I was talking to her on the phone, and I'm like, why can't there just be a pill you can take? I mean, if you want to eat, you know. But I get so tired of trying to figure out what to eat and, you know, oh, I don't have that or whatever. I just get so tired of it. And I just don't want to anymore. So, yeah, I kind of wish there was something like that. A supplement that you could take that would be just fine. Or, if you wanted, you could have something to eat. If you could figure something out. That's always my problem. I can never decide, or I don't know. I am just a mess most of the time, let me tell you. I think I'm going to go like this. I want to save this for the inside. Oops, just tore those numbers. All the bits. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about with tissue is I feel like it tears too easily, which I know, duh, but sometimes you're like, I just want to get this little piece off, and you can't because it tears the whole entire thing. Oh, I just started watching this show. Sorry, my brain's doing the let's just jog around the block. It's called Shetland. If you like the kind of murder mystery type thing, I like shows like that. It's not scary. It's not grotesque. No, it's not like that. It's just, you know, the normal sort of murder mystery shows. That is a very good one. And right now I can't think of what I'm watching it on. I can never remember all the names of the things that we have. But if you just look it up online, you should be able to see what it's on. If you like things like that. But I like it a lot. Especially because you get to look at the countryside of the Shetland Islands. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. It's a little foggy, rainy there for my taste, but it's beautiful. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting show. And I feel like they did a very good job with it. Because some of those murder mystery shows, you can guess, like, within the first 5 minutes who did it. But this one's a little bit better. I mean, I think I did guess on a couple and was right. But anyway, it's just done well. And it's nice. It's not anything. I mean, obviously, the topic is not lovely, but it's not awful and graphic, because I don't like that. It's really the story. I just want them to catch whoever did it, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's what I like about that. I want to know who did it, and I want them to get justice. So, anyway, it's just interesting. Good story. And you're often shocked as you are in real life. I'm always shocked at the things people will do. Do, say, etc., etc. But anyways. All right. It's a good show. Good show. So I have yearbook page, and this is one of the ones that Diane sent me. I did make a photocopy because they're just so cool. I'll probably eventually use the real thing, but you know. This is one of those Tim Holtz collage strip thingies. I just tore it down a little bit. I liked that it said 51. I think these kids here are from 52. I did it again, said kids, because they're young right there. But anyways, so I liked how that one said 51. I thought that was kind of fun. They look so nice. Suits and ties and pearls and the whole 9 yards there. Beauty miss. This is just dictionary page as a layer. And thank you guys so much for your kindness and understanding about, you know, days missed and whatnot while I'm getting ready for our trip and filming extra videos and doing all that jazz. So I appreciate that, because I do want to have some videos for you guys, and I appreciate your patience with me while we get our X together. I think this is a piece that I tore off the bottom, but I think I'm going to turn it this way and go like that in the corner kind of, but we need to mess it up a bit. Yeah, so this is sort of a cross between a couple of different, I saw it in art journaling magazines, but I just saw that and was like, ooh, I like that. And then also I wanted to play with those yearbook pages because they're perfect. So this one, I think I'll put like that. And yes, my colors are a bit different, and I probably will add more stuff and whatever, because that's just what I do. Sometimes inspiration can be as simple as one little thing on there that just strikes you to make something, you know, and you could end up going a completely different direction in the end. So I think we all need to remember that and think about that, that it doesn't, just because it's inspired by, it doesn't mean it has to be a direct thing. Oopsie, got something on his face. Sorry, sir, didn't mean to get something on your face. Ink, it's always ink and glue. Uh-oh, I don't think it's gonna come off entirely. No, it did pretty good. His eyebrow's a little kooky now, but it's okay. He's good. I don't have a paper towel. Thought I did, but I don't. Okay, what else was I gonna put? Some strings, and then I might run a stitch around on there. I don't know, I might not. Sort of not in the mood, but you know, I just might change my mind when I look at it later, because I do that a lot. A lot. This is my string mess. It was in a little container, but pretty crazy, right? That's a lot of strings. A lot. Because when I tear fabric, I keep strings. When that's what these are. When I sew, I keep strings. So it ends up being a lot. Especially because I'm using Dollar Tree book pages, and sometimes they're just lovely with inappropriateness. So it's just a whole plethora of stuff on here, I guess. Oh. I am probably going to have to run a stitch to keep that wrangled. But for now, it will work. Okay, so that is that side. Then it'll go on here and flip opened. And we'll have this side that I wanted to write on. So how about if we use some splatter paper, or this is paper, just copy paper. It's no fancy paper, just regular old stuff you put in the copier. That I take one of those like droppers, and I think I have videos on this. Droppers, and I drip all over the paper. Like I'll put down a drop cloth, do a whole bunch of them, drip all over, let it dry, drip all over, let it dry, that kind of thing. So you get some variation in your drip color. That's like the easiest way ever to coffee dye, as long as you have a space to spread some of them out on. And even if you don't have a space, you can use like a plastic flat sort of container, do some, and then just do more, you know what I mean? Obviously that's going to take longer, but it works. And they don't take long because you're just dripping all over, and then waiting, and then dripping again. So a lot of times I do those kind of projects if I'm cooking or doing something else, doing laundry, whatever, so that I can run over, put some drips on, go do the other thing that I'm doing. That seems to work pretty good. You can make up a whole stack pretty fast. And I do like being able to see the white. Another thing you can do if you like do some mixed media, watercolor, whatever, and have some dirty water, like, you know how it gets kind of gray. You can also do the same thing with that, and it looks cool. And you can do it with coffee or tea. I like to use instant tea because you can get it pretty dark, and you don't have the smell like you do with coffee, and you also don't get those super duper dark spots, because sometimes I don't want them that dark, other times I do. But if you don't, tea works a little better. So that'll be the inside of that one, and then we'll go over to this one, and I'm going to hinge them together using this old, I mean, look, it's that washi tape. It's not washi tape at all. It's masking tape, but it's so old, there's literally no stick left. So I'll just put glue on it, and we'll use that. Found that while we were painting, and I was like, wow, this doesn't work at all. Not even kind of, sort of, in a way. Just not at all. I might put it down. Let's put it this way. Yeah. Don't you love it when you're doing a project, you're like, oh yeah, we got masking tape. Never mind. That skinny kind is useless anyway, but you know, I just need a little bit more. But of course not, it didn't work. I have to tell you though, we used those Dollar Tree placemats, or not placemats, table covers, you know, plastic, to cover our windows. That worked like a dream, and way cheaper than the plastic that you buy, like painter's plastic stuff. So my advice would be, if you're going to paint, use that. It was perfect, because that painter's plastic is not strong either. It just tears and is garbage afterwards. It's not like you can get multiple uses out of it. So just a little tip from me to you. Try it, you'll like it. I'm gonna do some overlapping. She did a little of that. I like it. Other than the gluing it isn't the easiest, but because it wants to stick to the glue stick too much. Yeah, that fan is lovely. You got to have a fan in the summertime. I'll just cut off whatever hangs over. Okay, too much glue. You definitely can't leave the glue when you're gluing that stuff because it will just tear. Gotta find the shiny side. Oopsie. Hit my ruler. I have a mess because I'm trying to do multiple type projects before I need to be doing something else, because like I said, we got friends coming, we're going on vacation, we just have a lot of things. I'd in some ways rather craft. I mean, I really want to do the cruise and all that. That will be, because we've never been with the kids. Never been to Ireland, England, anywhere. Only the United States. I mean, we've been to Hawaii, we've been to Alaska, but still United States. Oh, we went through or by Canada. And that was all. But we didn't get off the ship on that stop. It was too short of an amount of time. It was like, what are we even gonna see? It's gonna be like, look over the side and say, hi Canada, and then leave. All right, so this is gonna go on there. But first I wanna put some of that Tim Holtz. What did I do with that? I had a piece, I know I did, up here. Because it reminds me of, they had alphabet stencil. Don't have that. Surprisingly, since I can make stencils, but I've never done one like that. Oh, that's not what I want. I heard you. I heard y'all. Thank you. Somebody's got to keep me straightened out. Jiminy. I'll probably get ding ears the days go along too, because the more I am stressed, or whatever you want to call it, more things going on in my brain. That's what it is. It's not necessarily always stress. The more absent-minded I get. Just some slight ADHD happening. Of course, I never knew that as a kid. I just thought I thought everybody had those issues. But I was wrong. I would love to be one of those people that can like just focus and stuff. I can't even, that has got to be amazing to be able to do that. But sadly, not my strong suit. I can get focused on a project like this kind of stuff, making something. I think that's why I like it so much. I struggle staying focused, especially on things that I am not interested in. So yeah, I feel like the color of those is too close, but I don't really want that. I know this card is too big, but we're just gonna tear some of it or whatever to kind of get that look. I just have this box of these fake, well, I mean, they're real stories and stuff, but card catalog cards, words. And I thought they might be kind of fun on there. 1932. Do I have any? 1850. Wowza. What's this one? This one's 1932. That color is kind of good just because it would show. Oh, Brave New World. We'll just use that one. He's fine. 1963. I don't know that I have any 50s ones. I just got these on Amazon. Just, I don't really know what the purpose of it is. I suppose you could write your own little books on the back, or if you read those books, you could write a little synopsis or do something like that. But anyway, I have them. And I don't remember what I bought them for. They also have these cool little envelopes, which I should probably do something with. That's more what I bought it for than anything, was to use in this stuff. Because sometimes I can't find old stuff. So it's fun to find old stuff or new stuff that looks like old stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm doing the whole thing. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I just want it, like, you know, turned a little sideways and a pocket. And we're trying to decide, do I want to tear it? I think I'm going to just do it right here. Let's go this way. And we'll have it like that. And it'll just be a little pocket on there. And I was going to use this little book page as a tag, but I think I might use one of these, you know, Tim Holtz, these strips. Because I could cut that in a tag shape. Or do any of them have a look? Well, this would work because it has no photos. That would work, no photos. I want it to be sort of the time period, right? That is Victorian. I'd say 30-40s there. Don't know, but not right time period. That one wouldn't be bad. That could be more the 60s though. That's just one of my tags. I could use a part of it, you're right. Somebody just said that, I heard you. I don't have to use the whole thing. I love these. Like, these could be very hard to use. I just have to do it. It becomes a hoarding issue, y'all. I do love to hoard stuff like that. That's pretty. I think that's a 60s. That's what I'm gonna say about it. I think I kind of like this one. So we're gonna turn that into a tag. I think I'll just cut it across there. That seems like a decent length. And we're gonna just cheat and cut it right into a tag, and boom. I'm not even gonna fuss. Because we still have to hook them together and all that jazz. See, boom. But we can add stuff. We can add stuff still. I think I might just put these youngsters here. Something like that. Oh, we got to hook this together first because I don't want to cover that up. So, woo, glad I did that. We're going to use this. And we're going to leave just a little bit of a gap in between the two just so that we have open and closability, right? We don't want to cinch ourselves into non-usability because I've done it. Don't do it. It's bad. You'll be sad. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. So I'm going to use this old, why can I not remember this tape? Drawing a complete blank. Anyway, you know what it is. Washi is all that's coming to my mind, and it is totally not washi. And I'm trying to hear you, but I can't. Masking tape. Thank you. I really did need that help. I just had to listen hard enough. If only I had a brain, y'all. All right. What are we doing there? Let's put some more of this. Chances are it will get glued down. Oh, you know, that's probably what'll happen. It'll get glued down, so I'm not going to worry about it. Because it'll go in a journal, and that's the part you'll glue to the page. So we don't really care what it looks like. And here we have to try not to cover up all our strings. I did cover a string on the other side, but it's what he gets for hanging out on the other side. Okay. I'm going to snip that one that I glued to the other side. Oopsie. So now it might be a little stiff because it's, see, that's not good. We want you to stick. So we're going to lift up this fabric. We're going to put some of this glue. And then we'll put that fabric, maybe. Went around the block again. Anyway, that Shetland show, I just really like it. I keep thinking about it. It's very, very good. Very well done. And if you've seen it, let me know what you thought. Because you might be like, that's not a good show. I thought it was. Whoa. But I think I'm pretty thrilled with any show anymore that is, you know, kind of PG or whatever. I mean, granted, the topic isn't with this one, but Jiminy, some of them I'm like, oh, okay. Can we not, please? I just liked TV shows back in the day because anybody in the family could come sit and watch, and it's fine. I remember when I was in high school. I think it was Dallas, or what was the other one called? Maybe it was Dallas. Anyhow, everybody was freaking out because they, you know, got in the same bed or whatever kind of stuff. Now it's like, man, I wish that was our biggest problem. I don't want to see all of it. And the gore, the just ick graphicness. I don't need to see all that either. I get the gist. I get the gist real well. Pretty quick that way. Oh, I wonder what's on her nose. That was there. I didn't do that one. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. This is our tag. I like the colors with that. Again, my simplicity is... They're better at simplicity than I am. Again. I know, we're all shocked. Because I'm like thinking it still needs something right there. Let's do a stamp thingy of some kind. That works. Just needed a little something. I pretty much covered up all of my tissue. So much for that. Mine doesn't look anything like theirs, but that's okay. It doesn't have to. It was still fun. I still got inspired, right, to make something, and that's really the key, isn't it? Oh, I'll probably, let me do some stitching and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I stitched there, just crazy stitching, added some more strings, stitched there, zigged back up and down. And so that isn't great for the inside, but that's okay. And then I inked this. I never inked it. What was I thinking? And I added this little strip that was off of here. So it stuck in there well. So I was like, that'll work. And then I added more strings, stitched all along there. So that'll get put into a journal. And you could, when you put it on the journal page, you could keep this, just glue along here and along there and have it like a belly band, or you could glue 3 sides and have a tuck, or you could glue down across and up and have a top pocket along with your little flippity doo-wah, and you're all set. So yeah, it's different. It's a lot different. But inspiration. This was inspiration. And again, it's by Michele. I'm just going to say Michele, and I'll let you look at her last name. And if you know how to pronounce it, you know a lot more than I do. All right, we had fun with that. I had fun with that. I hope you had fun with that. And I will see you again soon. Love ya. Bye.